Hey, what's up, guys? Matt here from myrawintuition.com. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Just want to show you guys what I'm taking to work. And I'm on to a new book, guys. I finally finished Extinction. Got one last little bit of information to share with this one, and then on to a new book. So let's take a look at my lunch bag here. Forgot to get it ready. All right. Got my smoothies here of banana, blueberry, pineapple, chia seed. 2 of those containers. I've got a container here with some dehydrated veggie chips that we made from the pulp of our juice. I've got 3 Fuji apples in there. And then I've got a Pyrex with some medjool dates. Oh, and then I've got a jar here of my delicious distilled water that I'm going to be making a video on in the near future, letting you guys know my thoughts on reverse osmosis water versus distilled water and what I have experienced since having my distiller. All right, so anyways, we finished Extinction today, or not today, but last week. And so I just had one last kind of closing bit of information to share. He goes over a list of ways to protect our rivers, lakes, oceans, and all life that depend on them. And so I'm just going to kind of read over this list here just to give you guys a really quick little bit of information from the book. All right, let's go. So number 1, drastically reduce your use of fossil fuels, and that includes petroleum, coal, and natural gas. So use as little plastic as possible. You know, if you can carpool, that's great. Right now I'm going to go take some public transportation, take the bus to work. You know, use reusable bags at the grocery store. Avoid using single-use products. Avoid using chemicals on your lawn. Avoid buying conventional produce if you can. You know, go for organic if at all possible. You know, all that stuff. It all makes a difference, and we all have to do our own part in order for any change to happen. So we can't wait for government to make regulations and policies, because we know that they are in the pockets of these big industries. So it's up to us, and we're the only ones that are going to be able to make any change. Number 2 is to choose to eat organically grown foods. You know, the fewer the pesticides and fertilizers and all that crap that they spray, the better. That all gets into our soil, into our air, and into our lakes, rivers, ponds, oceans, and creates giant dead zones where nothing can live. And it is really toxic stuff. Let's see. Number 3 is to eat low on the food chain. So eat a plant-based diet, guys. If you're not already, come on. What are you doing? Let's see. Don't eat meat, including fish and birds or dairy. Follow a plant-based diet that is largely raw. Yes, I agree. All right, number 4, compost your kitchen scraps. This is something that I need to get better at. Definitely something that I will be doing in the near future. You know, Selena and I have a lot of, you know, banana peels and other fruits and vegetable scraps that could could be serving much better purpose going into some compost, than going into the landfill, where it's not going to replenish any soil with any sort of nutrition. I know that our co-op here in town, you can bring your compost in, and they will take it, and then they have their own compost area, and so they I think they provide that out to local farmers, or I'm not exactly sure what they do with it, but I know that they take compost. So that is something that you could look at for in your area. If you don't know what you would do, if you don't have a garden, you know, you can bring it in and let them distribute it or use it themselves. You know, just much better than filling up our landfills with you know, scraps that could be helping to replenish the soil. Because in nature, that's what happens. the leaves fall from the trees, they get back into the soil. That creates an enriched, fertile soil for the tree to grow the next year. And the same with its fruits. They will fall off if they're not eaten. They will decompose into the soil and they replenish it. So we want to be doing our best to keep our soil healthy rather than just removing everything, removing its own food source, which is the leaves, the fruit and vegetable leftovers, all that stuff. All right. All right, we've also got number 5 here. Use household products, including cleaning products that are plant-based and biodegradable. Don't use chlorine bleach or cleaning products containing petroleum or coal extracts. So definitely find some healthy options when it comes to cleaning products. Bronner's has some good ones. Essential oils work really well. Vinegar, organic vinegar does. So there's a lot of options out there that you can use to replace some of those really toxic cleaners that are polluting your body, your health, as well as the environment and our waterways. And number 6 is reduce your use of plastic. Look for biodegradable plastics that consist of 100% plant substances such as corn, sugar, cane, and soy. As I've shown in other videos, you can use those reusable tote bags for getting your groceries. That makes a huge difference. The amount of plastic bags that I have saved by over the last few months of using completely reusable tote bags and things other than plastic, it's amazing. Like, I never really actually realized how significant that amount was. And that includes the bags for like putting your apples into, like, not just the plastic bags themselves, but those other plastic bags that you put the produce in first and then you put it into the plastic bags. So much plastic is being used, guys. There's something like 50,000 pieces of plastic within a square mile of ocean, which is insane. I think there's going to be more plastic in the ocean than fish in the near future, so that is an alarming idea. So let's quit using plastic as much as practicably possible. Number 7 is, when you shop, use non-synthetic cloth bags and not paper or plastic. So kind of just going over what I just said. Number 8 is get your local stores and businesses to reduce and eliminate their use of plastic that ends up in trash. So that's another great idea that we could do, is lobby your local establishments, stores, co-ops to stop using these harmful one-time use plastic products and things like that. So they use a lot more than we do individually. So if we can impact the local companies and stores in our area, that can make a huge difference. Plant and protect. Number 9 is plant and protect trees, restore and protect forests, and protect coastal wildlife habitat. Support organizations that do the same. Number 10 is legalize industrial hemp farming. That's something that I'll have to look into as well. I'm not exactly sure how I can have an impact on that, but I know that we can, as individuals, make impacts in those areas. So something to look into is, promoting hemp legalization, because it is so much more environmentally friendly than cotton or some of the other materials that we're using, wood, lumber, things like that. Hemp can replace a lot of that. So 11 is reduce pollution. 12 is pedal instead of drive. So if you can bike to where you're going, that is a great alternative to driving. Shop less is number 13, and that's it. All right, guys, so that's 13 ways that you can help to protect our rivers, streams, lakes, oceans, and the rest of the environment as a whole. All right, so my battery is about to die on my phone. I just want to let you know I am starting to read Lifting the Veil of Duality by Andreas Moritz. I've always enjoyed Andreas's health insights. So I'm looking forward to getting more into this one. I'm on page 13 right now, I think. So yeah, it's going good so far. I will keep you guys posted and give you little bits of information that I gleaned from this one. And until next time, guys, always follow your raw intuition.